Welcome back to the Wandering Wind, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Today I want to talk about how to get started with Goodwill flipping. Now what I mean is go into your local thrift shop, whether that's Goodwill, a church thrift store, maybe even, don't go to pawn shops. Pawn shops usually overprice things anyway. You'd lose money doing that. But, okay, so, for example, I do electronics shopping. I go and look for electronics items that will definitely give me a profit. And I did my first eBay thrifting haul about a week ago, and I got an old tape player that I looked online, and it was selling for around $25-30. So I'm like, awesome. It was only $5, so that's a $20-25 profit. I found a PS3. Those will go quickly. I do not know exactly how long I put the auction for, but it'll be gone before the end of the auction. I bet it'll be done by the end of the auction. I found an old Game Boy Color, and inside of it was a game, Pokemon Gold. Now the game I'm going to have to see about repairing because the battery's dead, so it won't save. But once I get the save battery replaced, then it'll be valuable enough to sell for about $30-40. The Game Boy itself, at minimum, it's going to sell for $30. So, how do you go about doing this? How do you go about thrifting and making a profit from it? Well, first of all, find your strength. Find your area of expertise, whether it's clothing items, purses, accessories, especially if you're a woman. I mean, especially if you're a designer person, you'll know the kind of things that will actually sell as far as accessorizing, because I tell you what, lots of women love to find a deal, and if you can find something at a thrift store and then sell it for a fraction of what it normally costs and still run a profit, that's going to help you a whole heck of a lot. I tell you what, my neighbor, actually does all kinds of stuff. He does shoes, purses, stuff like that. He does electronics a lot more than anything, but he really does a whole lot of awesome eBay selling that will honestly makes him a lot of profit. He says, and now this is just an estimate of when you're really getting good. He says he runs about $100 a day. Now, running that through my algorithm of how much that'd be worth in a month, that's $3,000 a month on average. $3,000 a month. That's more than 4 times what I get right now through the government. More than 4 times what I'm getting through them. So how do you go about doing this? How do you go about making a lifestyle of this? Well, have a place in your house to store the items, especially if you're just getting started. You're going to want to stock up on lower cost items at first and start there with building your profits to get some seed money, because you'll want to have a good amount of money to start getting higher ticket items that might, cost you more in the beginning but also get you more at the end. And so therefore, that's a really big first step, is having inventory that will sell. That is the key. Secondly, knowing when to post your next sale. My friend just gave me this tip, and I actually have to write it down still, is if you want to actually make a profit off of an auction, start the auction on a Thursday night around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that'll give people on the West Coast time to actually see what it is you're selling, and then it'll go through 2 weekends. 2 weekends of, of the auction, and that should give you more than enough traffic to hopefully make a sale, because the weekends are the days when traffic on eBay is highest. So you'll want to do that. Lastly, you want to be able to make sure that you're not overpricing your items. Start with about, I'd say about 10, 15, for a lower tier item, $10 to $15 lower than the sale price you want to hit, because that will incentivize people to start bidding on it, especially if you're doing an auction. Right now, on the Game Boy, I've got 3 people watching the item for the auction. So I have the potential to go from $30 on that item plus shipping to possibly more than $50 or $60, which would be awesome. I tell you what, that would be a celebratory win for me. But definitely make sure that you start on a Thursday or a Friday. If you're somebody like me that can't really do a whole lot of shipping until like the week, make it end, start it on a Friday. That way it ends on the next, the second Monday after you start the auction. That way you can have it in and ready to go by, by then. But yeah, really, just keep going with it, really. You never know what you might find. Always look in yard sales, thrift shops, dumpsters. If you really want to get creative, try looking in GameStop or Big Lots or other places, dumpsters for, still packaged or unpackaged but still working product that you can sell for 100% profit because it didn't cost you a darn thing, sorry. But yeah, there's no clue. There's no real telling what you might find and what you might be able to sell. But always go for vintage. My friend has a boom box from a while back that's right now trending at about $200 sale price on eBay. $200. Also, if you buy your phones outright, don't throw away your old phones. If they still work, don't throw them away. Sell them on eBay and get some of the money that you paid into it back. Especially if it's not that old. If it's like maybe 1-2 generations old, that stuff can sell for a heck of a lot of money. Really, believe me, that stuff is a gold mine, especially if you're really into that kind of stuff. A gold mine. Anyway, if you guys want to hear more from me, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. My sign fell down. Sorry. I have to get some new screws or whatever for it so it'll stay up. But I'll see you guys later. I love you very much. If you want to see more thrifty kind of videos like this in the future, maybe even a couple of haul videos, let me know down in the comment section below. I love to hear from you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.